Hello, how are you doing today? Hi, Capybara lover. Evangeline. Are you guys at home? Oh, you're gonna go and take a shower, okay? Okay, we'll start at 5 anyway. Go and get a drink, okay? Get something to eat before we start. Okay, you can download the worksheet. Link in the bio, right? So click on our name, okay? The account, and then you can download the worksheet, okay? P5 English one will end at 6. And then after that, we have Sec 1 and Sec 2 math. Yeah. Few and see you later. Sure. Hello, hello. Today, all minutes. I'm going to have to restart my iPad. Hi, Evely. Hi, CW. Begin shortly at 5. Are you back, Capybara and Evangeline? You guys just get back from school? How are you feeling? Are you tired? Have you guys eaten? Yeah. Yeah, to which part? No. Yes. Mixture of answers. Both. You have eaten. You are tired. Is it? I just finished now. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. Let's begin. Okay, for the first question, can I have your answers, please? Hi, Mio. How you guys doing? Oh, still at school. Still at school? What are you doing at school still? After CCA. And then you're catching this live. Then you're catching this live. Okay, so David, along with his teammates, blank currently preparing for the upcoming competition. So everyone wrote one. Anyone else? Why? Why one? Can you guys explain to me what are my keywords here that I need to highlight? What are my keywords? Guys, give me a moment. There's something wrong with my pen now. See. Okay, can ready. All right. David, singular, additional information, upcoming. Okay, good. Okay, so good. So, David, okay, let's highlight that, singular. You should have our worksheets, okay? It's in the bio. The link in the bio, okay, singular. All right, double commas, yep, CW. So, cancel this one. Additional info. So, you don't take that into account. So, it's here, this one. Yep. So, past or present tense. Present tense, right? He's doing it right now, currently. Okay, so the answer would be is, are, was, or were. So we have our present tense. Was cannot, were cannot. David is. The answer is number 1. Scroll up. Okay. Oh, sorry. You cannot see, is it? Because of the things at the top, right? Eden? Okay, can already, huh? That's good. Today no Kahoot user 74. There'll be Kahoot for Sec 2 math. 2 math, okay? Right. Next question. Question number 2. What's your answer? Question number 2, guys. I think there are 18 of you. What is the answer? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Blank anyone visited the new science museum. Mr. Tan asked the class, do, did, has, or have? Why is it number 2 or why is it number 3? Those of you who sent in your answers. Why is it number 2? You say number 2. Did anyone visited? Does it sound right? Does it sound right? Asher, I haven't seen you in a while, Asher. How are you doing? Shane, 3. Okay, so the person or the students, Ash, congrats on 10K followers. Congratulations to AGrader. Today no Kahoot, user 74. I answered you already, right? Did anyone visited? Does it sound right? It will be base form, right? After did or do. So cannot. So what is the answer now, guys? Has anyone visited? This is past participle. Okay, so therefore it will be has or have. Okay, then the answer would be number 3. Anyone, singular. Okay, right? Here, past participle. So, has anyone visited? All right, be careful. So, what's the next one? Number 3. Answer for number 3. One, two, was. Sure or not? Was or were? Which one? Why would it be was? Either Sarah or her friends blank arranging the decorations for the party earlier. This chair seems a bit too high, but I don't know why I cannot lower it. Oh, can already. All right. And so what is it? Was. Okay, Eden, why is it was? Why would you say it's was? Is there a reason why? And then we have Evan who says number 2 R. And then CW says 1. Okay, tell me the reason why. Lemon says 3. Was also was. What's after English? Sec 1 math. Capybara, what's the answer? Mio says 4. Okay. Singular noun. You're looking at Sarah. What about friends? I'm doing question 3, guys. And this is P5 English, okay? Okay, let's go through now. All right, so we are looking at the second one. Okay, for either or, we are looking at the second subject. Okay, can studies for those of you who got it wrong. Important. After Sec 1 math, Sec 2 math. Okay? So you can explain question 2 again. Can after this, okay? So to determine this blank here, you have to look at friends, which is plural. All right, plural. All right, so arrow that, okay, to your blank. So what is it? Present or past tense? Present or past tense? So we got plural here. Let's cancel is. Let's cancel was. We are left with are and were. Plural or past? And why is it past? Sigma says present. What's my keyword? You got to look for your keywords, right, for your tense. It is earlier. Earlier, therefore, past. Please annotate your worksheets, okay? The answer is number 4. Were. Can? Okay, back to question 2 for someone just now. Yeah, for Sigma. Okay, so like anyone visited the New Science Museum. This is past participle. Participle goes with has and have. Okay, if you want to use did, is did anyone visit? Okay, so this one would you have to cancel do and did. Okay, and this one is singular. Okay, therefore it's has. Can or not, Sigma? Okay, what's the answer for question 4? What's your answer for question 4? 3? James, the boy blank Emily trusts the most, has been her best friend for years. Why 3? For what you saying? 1, dear date rail says 1. Why 1? Okay, so this one you have to start again, okay? So, when you're using whom, after the word whom is a noun. Okay, noun. All right. So, when there's a noun after this blank here, it will be whom. The answer is number 3. When do you use whom to refer to objects, right? So, James, okay, is her best friend. Okay? So then your answer is number 3. Okay? Emily trusts him the most. Him, object. Okay? After who is a verb, after whom is a noun. Okay? All right, number 5. Paul rarely arrives late for school. Blanky. What's the answer? You can see, right? My handwriting. Is it okay? 4. Or, okay, this one is a bit like a trick question. Okay, this one you start also. Okay, start also. So a lot of you say 4. Some of you say 3. Why? Why would it be 3? Tense is this. You think it's 2, did real. Really mixture of answers, yeah? Okay, think carefully, okay? Whenever you have your grammar MCQ, you need to highlight your keywords, right? Okay, so this one, right? Every time you have these kind of words, this one is considered negative. So this one need to be positive. Can? So when there isn't the right verb inside it, okay, use the correct form of the word do. Okay, use the correct form of the word do. Okay, so if you have the words rarely, hardly, seldom, this is considered negative and you have to get your positive here, positive tag here. Okay, so the answer is does. Number 2. Okay, take note. Note, okay? This one is negative. This one will be positive. Okay, that's why this is a tricky question. Okay, Aiden? Rarely, hardly, all these words. Okay? Seldom, negative. Hi, not Greg. Okay, this one you start, okay? Tricky question. Okay, so then Paul is singular, right? Hmm. So then you will need does. Your answer is does. Okay, next question. Anyone still writing before I move on? Anna? Okay, moving on. Here, what's answer for question 6? Eden, oh, you have the worksheet, right? Okay, I made a change. Change to dog already. Can you help me change that? Okay, so what's your answer, guys? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1? 1? Why 1? Yeah, it was a typo, guys. I changed it already. Can you help to cancel? Singular? You sure not? Then what about this? Last night, past tense, right? How? Is 3 for sure? You sure? Are you sure? Yvonne says 1. Why? Why 1? Need to explain, not just give me the answer. Just this. Can anyone explain to me? Past tense. Super confident. Okay, I guess this one is another tricky one. Star this. Okay. Star this as well. This one is unfortunately not about tense. It's about tenses, right? But this one is special because it's a verb, noun, verb rule. Yes, very good, Yvonne. No, hello home. No, it's not. Okay, correct. Verb, noun, verb rule. So therefore, the answer would be, okay, so this is the verb, this is the noun, this is the verb. Second verb is in base form. Base form means you don't change the word. Okay, right? So the answer would be number 1. Okay. So it's words like heard the dog bark, saw Yvonne cry, something like that. All right. Verb, noun, verb. Any more examples for me for this verb, noun, verb? Anyone can give me? Some air is blocking. Okay, okay. I move down so you can see. Mio, thanks. Let me know, okay, if you cannot see. Let me just check my. Okay, can. I can see it from my phone. Huh. Like Chico, why you want to join me as a guest? Yes, I've taught you before. Every 2 weeks, I teach you on what is it today? Thursday. I teach you on Thursday. Yeah, made her cry. Yeah. Okay. Heard her sing. Okay. Example. How many questions are there? Let me see. Lots. There are lots. Okay. There are 32 questions and I'm only at question 7. Why am I so slow? I really need to move on now. Okay, come, next question. What's the answer, guys? I need to move on. What's the answer? Yeah, I teach you all verb, noun, verb before. Thanks. Did you get the answer correct, Eden? Just now? Did you? Okay, what's the answer for this? Yeah, before yes. Okay. The new shopping mall is very popular. Blank, it is always crowded on weekends. It is popular. Therefore, crowded. So the answer will be so, not but. But is used for contrast, okay? As a result, okay? Cause and effect, right? Cause and effect is popular, right? As a result, it's crowded, Okay, but is for contrast. Okay, while also contrast. Though also contrast. Okay, so all these three are contrasting connectors. Okay, number 8. Jenny blank violin lessons since she was 6 years old. What's the answer? Number 4? Yes. Number 4, okay, since. You have the word since here. Okay, begin in the past, okay, still continuing. So you have to use present perfect. Okay, the present perfect aspect. Present perfect. Over here will be continuous. Okay, C-O-N-T, yeah. Okay, so the answer is number 4. Okay, you have since here. Okay, I just came back from Math Olympiad. All right. Began in the past, so continuing. Okay, we can say began in the past, affecting the present. Okay, since. Okay, next. Number 9, blank the heavy rain, we decided to continue our hike through the forest. So, since, due to, despite, or apart from. 3, despite, right? So, this is a negative and this is a positive, which shows contrast. Okay, you gotta use number 3, despite. Capybara, don't spam. Okay, since is for reason, due to also. Okay, apart from is like, apart from this, and then you continue the sentence. Okay, all right. Next, number 10. Scroll up. Which question do you want to see, Mio? Number 10. Mark blank his passport so he is ready for his flight. Number 4. Okay, number 4. The answer is number 4. Has brought. Okay. Okay, can Mio? Okay. Present perfect. Action done. Okay. Ready for his flight. All right. So present perfect. Okay. How did you guys do out of 10? 10 out of 10, hopefully. Anyone still writing this before I move on? Okay. Me. Okay. I'll wait another 10 seconds before I move on. Dana? Okay, next. Okay, what's the answer for question 11? What's the answer for question 11? Lisa discovered a shocking truth, but refused to blank it to anyone. Wait, I need 10. Okay. Yeah, somebody needs 10. There, 10? Okay, when you have a secret, right, you don't want to divulge a secret, okay? Okay? To make known something private. Okay? Okay? Don't want to share it to anyone. Unveil is more to reveal or show something publicly. Okay? Formally reveal. Formally reveal. Okay? Admit, you know what is admit, right? To confess something. and release to make available. My handwriting okay? So the answer will be number 3. Okay, so example, he admitted that he made a mistake. They unveiled the new car model at the expo. Okay, and the band will release a new album next month. Okay, and need more time to write. For the rest of you who are not writing, you can answer question 12. Question 12. The children were arguing loudly when their mother stepped into what and stopped the fight. Was she intruding? I think it's 4, right? You're right. The answer is 4. Okay, intervene. The answer is 4. Good job. Okay, let's write it down. Intervene means to become involved, okay, to change the situation. Because of the word step in, right? Here. Okay? To become involved. Okay? Invade. Number 1 is to enter by force. Intrude is to enter. In my worksheet, it was giving me a grammar question. What do you mean? Today, no Kahoot for P5. Sec 2 later, there will be Kahoot. Okay? The uninvited. Okay, and infringe. Okay, break a rule or violate. I just write break a rule. Okay? Shorter for you. Alright, so I'm going to give you example sentences. Okay, invade, right? The army invaded. Okay? User 74. Which question are you referring to? Intrude. I did not want to intrude on their private conversation. Infringe. Copying the material without permission infringes copyright law. Can? Okay, next question, 13. What is your answer? Archaeologists blank ancient ruins during the excavation. Unraveled. Unraveled? Capybara, you're spamming. Are you sure not? I see a mixture of answers. Hmm. Okay, so unravel actually means to untangle or solve something complex. Okay, so unearth is to dig up or discover something buried. So the answer will be unearthed. Can? Okay, ancient ruins. Excavation means you dig, right? Okay, so let's write down the meanings. Untangle, to free from knots. Yeah, I'm sure you know. Yeah, I'm going to write it down, Evangeline. Okay, unearth, dig up, discover, something hidden or buried. Okay, let's write buried in this context. You can see, unmasked, reveal someone's identity. Okay, unraveled, solve something complex. Okay, so I'm going to give you example sentences now. He untangled the necklace. Okay, next, the journalist unmasked the corrupt official. detective slowly unraveled the mystery. Okay, let's move on to question 14. Furious about his missing luggage, the passenger blanked into the airport office demanding an explanation. This tells you that he was angry, right? What will be the answer? Marched. 4. Mixture of answers. 1. Trudge. Do you know the meaning or not? March. To walk quickly and purposefully, often angrily. So I'm just going to write walk angrily. Okay? And therefore the answer will be number 2. Walk angrily. So it's number 2. Okay? So trudged is to walk slowly with heavy steps because you are tired. Okay? Walk with heavy steps. Okay, trudged to school. Sauntered. Walk in a relaxed manner. And swaggered. You know, swaggered. Walk proudly. Yes, someone said walk in an arrogant way. Yeah. Okay. So over here, he is angry. Okay, context gives you, okay, the context tells you that he is very, very angry, right? So marched would be a more appropriate answer. Okay. Dancing number 2, marched. Okay, example sentences. They trudged home after a long day of hiking. Sauntered, she sauntered into the room, smiling confidently. He swaggered onto the stage, soaking up the applause. Okay? Okay, last one before we go for our break. Determined to impress the judges, Jake took a deep breath and what an outstanding performance. Put in, put on, put down, or put across. You're performing, right? So it will be. Everybody got it right. So the answer is put on. Okay? Put on means to perform. Put on a show. Okay? Right, highlight that. All right, so put in effort, right? So spend effort or time on something. Put down, belittle someone. Okay, and last one, put across, communicate an idea clearly. Okay, okay. So example sentences, she put in extra hours to study for the test. Put down, stop putting your classmates down all the time. Put across, he put across his point very effectively during the meeting. How many points did you get out of 5? Good. 5 out of 5, I hope. You all can go for your break. Okay, come back at 5:36. If anyone needs to write anything down, please let me know which question you need. Good job, Evangeline. Okay, let me know. Okay, good. Eden, 4. CW, 5. Okay. Okay. So in the meantime, you can go to the toilet or you can get a drink. And then we will resume. Or you can even attempt the next 2 sections. Okay. So anything? When are we moving on? 5:36. 5-minute break. Okay, Mio. Time. You all can actually attempt this, right? Mio, why you don't want to go home first? Still at school. What's my favorite animal? Say giraffe. Oh, your parents not here yet. What is your favorite animal? What's your favorite animal? Cat? A cat. Cats are cute. How about you, Evangeline? Mio is the name of my cat. Oh, so you named your account or your TikTok name after your cat? King Cobra. Why? Are you fascinated by snakes? Fascinated with snakes? Found it cute to name after it. Yeah, it is cute. Am I pronouncing it right? Mio? Evangeline, King Cobras are cute? How so? 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to your break. Then what's your second favorite animal? That's good. So usually how would people pronounce it? Can only Mew? Mew like that? Lychee girl, I haven't go through yet. Still got 1 more minute. Patient, I'm playing. What is that? What is that? Is that a game? Oh, what is six? What is six? It's spamming. ADK, then what is spam that? I'm going through soon. 1 more minute. Less than a minute actually. Very fair place. Is counting. Okay. Let's go through. Are you guys back? Guys back for your break? Against me too. Okay, come. There is no such thing as a banana tree. So every time you want to do your grammar close, right? Read instructions. Okay. Read everything in this box here so you know what words there are, right? Whatever connectors and pronouns or whatever. And then you read this. Okay. Then only read this once and then read it another time and answer. Okay. Don't rush. Okay. There is no such thing as a banana tree. The banana plant is actually a giant herb, and the bananas are white berries. So answer? What's your answer? With the bananas are with berries. Here, berries, right? Belongs to the banana plant, right? So it's so the answer is K. Okay, it's referring to banana plant. Okay, a herb is defined as a plant, what? A fleshy non-woody stem which dies down to the ground after it has bloomed and sets seed. So, a herb is defined as a plant, what? A fleshy non-woody stem. It has this, right? So it will be Yes, with. Okay, it has this, so it'll be with. Okay, Q. Can? Okay, next. Which dies down to the ground after it has bloomed and set seed. This is not always true. Sage, thyme, blank rosemary have woody stems. Example, example, example. What is the connector I want to put here? What's the connector I want to put here? Bruh, you go to AGrader. Really? Which AGrader? Sure, I'm not your real student. What do you mean? Are you not a student? A, N, yes. Okay, so we have one, two, and the last one, you have to put end. Okay? Clementi. Okay. All right. So have woody stems. Blank, the definition goes. Okay, this is kind of like a phrase. So what is the word here that goes with the phrase? Blank, the definition goes. The answer? Mo. You guys are familiar with it? But the definition goes. Yes, right. The answer is BS. Okay. Capital letter. Okay, but you don't need to write it down. You just need to write down the letter. As the definition goes, after flowering, the part of the herb above the ground dies. With bananas, this gives rise to, okay, another phrase, gives rise, oops, I actually said the answer. So gives rise what? Mm, to, okay, to. Okay, which means, okay, write it down, it causes the event to happen. Okay, causes something else to happen. It, I said to. I said the answer, yeah. Okay, strange effect. After the stem dies, one another one grows slightly further along the root. Bananas are native to Malaysia and have been cultivated for 10,000 years. Cannot see the top, okay? While bananas contain large stone seeds, the stone seeds are those big hard seeds, okay? And a small amount, I cannot stop myself from saying the answer. Small amount blank flesh. What's the answer? Didn't say. This time around, I didn't say. I didn't say the answer. I stopped myself before I could. Flesh, right? Of something, right? So the answer is L. Okay? L. Of flesh. It gives you away, okay? Blank are pollinated by bats. What are we referring to? What are we referring to? What are pollinated by bats? Who? What? They. Referring to the wild bananas. Okay, arrow that. Okay, pronoun they, which is N. Okay, N. Referring to the bananas. Thank you, Mo. Okay, the banana in your local supermarket is a cultivated variety chosen by farmers. Blank its fleshy pulp and lack of seeds. So specially chosen, right? Chosen by farmers. What? Its fleshy pulp. Because of this. So it will be try, try. Don't give up. Yes, E for its fleshy pulp, right? Chosen by farmers for this reason. Okay? Domestication has produced plants that are sweet and tasty, blank they cannot reproduce without human help. They are sweet and tasty, but they need human help to reproduce. What's the answer for question 24? Where are the rest of your answers? Only Eden Boy. Did I miss any comments? So this one will be a plus. This one will be a minus, which means they are contrasting statements, right? So therefore, the answer will be C, but. Okay, contrast, right? Yes, good. Almost every banana we eat has been propagated, okay, blank hand, from a sucker of an existing plant whose genetic material has not changed in 100 centuries. Through this method, when we're talking about through this method, it will be kind of like the way or the method, right? This is the way. So you would use next week, next Wednesday. It will be P6 English. Okay, so the answer will be what? I'm waiting for the rest of you. D. D is by. Correct. So that's the way, right? So by hand. Okay. As a result, bananas are extremely susceptible, means very prone to disease. Some species have already succumbed to fungal infection. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for those of you who haven't done. Okay, and then we'll move on to the next page. What app is this? What do you mean? The one I use for writing? Notability. Notability app dear. When's the next live for P5? 2 weeks from now don't have, right? Don't have class, right? 2 weeks from now don't have the live, right? It'll be 4 weeks from now, right? Yeah, week 22 still have. Okay, so 2 weeks from now still have. Okay, Thursdays. Next Thursday, okay? CW. Okay, let's move on. When's Kahoot? Kahoot at during Sec 2 math. Yeah, Sec 2 math. Okay? Come, give me the answer. Some disasters cannot be stopped. These disasters blank earthquakes and tornadoes. So, we are referring to disasters, right? R is not a very suitable answer. It need to be more specific and suitable. So it'll be these disasters are? No, you're saying that they are these, but actually there are more disasters, right? So cannot. Include. Okay, include. All right. Tornadoes ruin whatever is in there. What? In there? Mm-hmm. There's another answer also. What could it be? Not area, user 74. That's not how you say it. In your what? Someone is in your what? User 74. What will you say? Someone is in your, yep, Evangeline, good. Is in your way, right? Way or your path. Okay, so highlight in their way or path. Good job. Yay, Evangeline says. Okay, they can blank houses and other buildings. They can what houses? What do they do with these disasters? What happens to the houses? What happens to the houses? Buildings, what happens to them? Cannot. I've already explained lemon. If you're saying these disasters are this and this, you're saying that it's just this, but there are more. Okay, so cannot include. Crush, ruin. Yeah, ruin I can accept. Destroy, right? So it'll be destroy, okay, damage, and ruin. Okay, not really unroot, Sam. Causing this to the buildings and the houses. So just damage, destroy. Okay. Collapse, not all the time, right? Curry chicken, so I cannot accept that. Wipe out is 2 words. CW, so cannot. Only 1 word. Okay, and also not wiping out, right? Okay, earthquakes have a wider range of intensity. Some are so small that no one even notices them, except for the people checking earthquake monitoring equipment. Others have leveled cities. It is very hard to what with these disasters. It can take a very long time for life to get what to normal. So let's answer this one. It's very hard to what with. We have the word with here. Collocation, huh? What goes with? Deal with, right? I personally wouldn't accept that. Cope with stress, deal with the problem, okay? Deal with disasters, okay? And it can take a very long time for life to get what to normal. What to normal? What will you say? Right to go, what to normal? Yes, back to normal. Good. Okay, to become normal again, right? This is P5, dear. Okay, blank earthquakes and tornadoes are forces of nature. Okay, people have to deal, see the word deal again, with them as they come. So I guess it's the same kind of answer here. So as earthquakes, as earthquakes and tornadoes are forces of nature, as they are these, right? People have to deal with them as they come. The time or intensity of an earthquake, no, because of the sentence structure, cannot accept both. Okay, they are this. Okay, not both. That's totally different. Okay, the time or intensity of an earthquake usually cannot be what? You cannot predict them. Okay, you don't know when it's going to happen. Okay, predicted. Tornadoes form when the right conditions are met. So a what will be given once the conditions are detected. So a warning, and the word is here. Okay, warning, guys. You are given a warning. Highlight given also. You give a warning, right? Okay, same answer as well. Okay, that is why blank for disaster ahead of time is so important. You want to make sure you are kind of like, what's the word? Yes, preparing or planning. Okay. Make sure you're well prepared. Okay? With proper preparation, we can blank the disaster's impact. So you can what? Make it less. Yeah, I guess lessen also can, right? So minimize. Yep, minimize. Okay? Earthquakes cannot be reliably predicted. Again, they mentioned the word predicted, which is one of the answers in our blanks. Okay? All volcanic activity sometimes triggers earthquakes. Many other earthquakes blank without warning. So, it what without warning? It still what? Still occurs, right? Or happens. Occur or happen. Okay, plural earthquakes. Okay, plural. Fortunately, we do know the areas where earthquakes are most likely to occur. See the word occur again. So over here, the people who live in these places blank S. What's the answer for this one? So it be such as, yes, example. Okay, California, Japan, or Italy know what to do when the ground begins to. What happens during earthquake? The ground what? What happens during an earthquake? The ground vibrate. Really? The ground shakes. Okay, we say the ground shakes, not vibrate. Okay, the ground begins to shake after two is base form. Okay, if they are indoors, they will get away from windows and exterior walls and take cover. Okay, under a desk or table. If there is no desk around, they can stand against an interior wall, that is, a wall whose other side is not the outside of the building. It is what to take cover in an area that is safe. You need to do this, right? It is very important. Okay, good. Some of you got it right. Important or necessary. Okay. Falling objects such as wall decor, appliances, or furniture. As you can see, people who live in an earthquake territory need to be very what of their surroundings. You need to be very okay, depending on your teacher, okay, they would accept, okay, aware. We won't say careful of your surroundings, we say aware of your surroundings. Okay, not wary also. All right. You need to be very aware of their surroundings. Always be alert. You already have the word alert there. So most likely you won't repeat the word alert again. Okay, lemon and then and Evangeline. Okay. Always be alert when you are in an earthquake prone area. Okay? Alright, so up next will be Sec 1. Right? So this is our online class. Okay, we have online classes, so you can register for a free trial. Alright, thank you. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Okay, bye-bye. I don't want to do PSLE. But you still have to, right? Just study, okay? Okay, bye. See you guys in 2 weeks. No Sec 3.
You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? We'll be working on Sec 1 math. So those who are here, you can try question 1. Question 1 is on solving equation. These are quite the basic kind of equations for you to solve. So for equations, always both sides of the equation must be balanced. So whatever you did to the left-hand side, you must do the same for the right-hand side of the equation. So for question 1, anyone try question 1A? You can send in your answers if you're done. For question 1A, we have negative 8r equals to negative 21. Yep, that's correct. Well done. You can either leave it in mixed numbers or improper fractions, so mixed number will be better. So for this case, since you want to find the unknown, which is r, so you only want to have r on your left-hand side. In order for you to have only r on your left-hand side, what you need to do is to divide by negative 8 on both sides of the equation so that the equation still holds. We have negative 21 divided by negative 8. So negative divided by negative is positive, so we will have 21 over 8. Or when you leave it in mixed numbers, it will be 2 whole, 5 out of 8. Okay? Be anyone done with part B? B, we have negative 7q equals to 21. So what must we do if we want to find q? The answer is negative 3, correct? So we divide by negative 7 on both sides. So 21 divided by negative 7, we will have negative 3. C, we have negative r over 4 equals to negative 8. So how can we remove this over 4? What must we do to both sides of the equation? Yep, that's right. 32 is correct. So in order for us to remove the denominator as well as the negative sign, we can multiply by negative 4 because negative times negative gives us positive. So we can times a negative 4 to both sides of the equation. That we will get r. So negative 8 times negative 4 will have a positive 32. D, the question is 2a equals to 10. So can you solve for a? Yes, a is 5. That's right. So we divide by 2 on both sides of the equation to find unknown a. You mean by can do linear? These are actually linear equation because they only have power 1. Done with question 1, move on to question 2. Well, there's nothing for you to expand here because there's no brackets. Certain kind of equations where it's more complicated and there's brackets involved, yes, you have to expand first before you can solve it. Can you see question 2? Question 2 will just be solely on expansion. Part A, we have 2 bracket 4x minus 9y. Okay, that's correct. So we just need to multiply in the 2 to both the terms inside the bracket. Okay, so we get 8x minus 18y. B, we have 5 bracket 3x minus 5y. That's correct. Good job. Okay, so we multiply the 5 inside the two brackets. Inside the bracket for the two terms. So we have 5 times 3x, 15x, minus 5 times 5y, we have 25y. C, we have a bracket 5x minus 8y. So in this case, instead of multiplying the digits instead of multiplying numbers, we're multiplying in the algebra. Okay. Both the terms inside the bracket. Yes, correct. That's the correct answers. So a times 5x, we have 5ax minus a times negative 8y, we have negative 8ay. So it's always good for you to make it a good habit to write the alphabets in terms of their own sequence. Okay? It will help you when you are doing simplifying algebra or simplify the expression. That is easier for you to identify the like terms. Part D, 4 bracket 2x plus y plus 7z. Now we need to multiply in to the three terms inside. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Good job. When we multiply 4 to 2x, we have 8x. 4 times y, we have positive 4y. And then 4 times 7z, we have positive 28z. Okay? This part E, 3q times 3x minus 4y minus 5z. So you don't just multiply in the numbers or the algebra, you have to multiply in the whole thing, the 3q, to all the terms inside the bracket. That's correct. No, they don't. I think there's a typo here. I think you typo it. The 9xy. It shouldn't be 9xy because this is q, this is not y. Three q times 3x we will get 3 times 3 is 9, then q times x is qx. 3q times negative 4y we have 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, then q times y is qy. Then for the last part, we have 3q times negative 5z. So 3q times negative 5z, we have negative 15qz. That's right. So then can move on to question 3. Question 3 is on solving equations, but the questions are slightly harder than question 1. See the question? That's correct. Part A, we have negative x over 7 equals to negative 21. So in order for us to find the unknown x, we have to multiply by negative 7 on both sides. Okay, so negative 1 times negative 7, sorry, negative 21 times negative 7, we will have positive 147. So our x equals to 147. So then can move on to part B. Yep, that's right. We have 3x equals to 30. X equals to, we divide by 3 on both sides. So we have 30 divided by 3, x equals to 10. Well done. Move on to part C. We have 5x minus 9 equals to 11. So now you see that your unknown is no longer on itself on the left-hand side. So you have to shift the constant to the right-hand side first. Yes, correct. Well done. I see two correct answers. So before we can find the unknown, we have to leave our unknown on one side, which is the 5x. So we have to plus 9 on both sides of the equation. So 11 plus 9 means our 5x equals to 20. Then with this, we can find the unknown x. So we have 20 divided by 5, that gives us 4. D, for those who can't see the question, part D is 14 over 5x minus 4 equals to 3. So same thing, we have to leave this 14 over 5x, the unknown on one side first, equals to shift the constant over, we have to plus 4 on both sides. So that negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So we have 3 plus 4 on our right hand side, leave us with 7. Next, we can remove the denominator by multiplying by 5 on both sides of the equation. So we have 14x equals to 35. Okay? With that, we can find our unknown x by dividing by 14. So 35 divided by 14, and plus 4 will be 5 over 2. We divide by 7, divide by 7. Okay, so you can also leave it as 2.5 or 2.5. Either one of it. Part E, you might want to try again. Take note that the 4 is in the denominator. So you can divide by 4. If you divide by 4, your negative x over 4 becomes x over 16. Sorry, yeah. Negative 96 is the correct answer. Solution smaller, so I got space to write. Part E, we have negative x over 4 equals to 24. To remove the denominator and the negative sign, we multiply by negative 4. 8 times negative 4. So you can see for yourself like let's say you have negative x over 4, and then you times a negative 4. You can cancel the 4, and then negative times negative equals to positive, so you're left with x, which is what you want for your end goal because you're finding the unknown x. So x equals to 24 times negative 4, which gives us negative 96. F7 x minus 9 equals to 12. Anyone? So it's the same thing as well. You have to bring over the, yep, that's correct. You have to bring your negative 9 to the right hand side. So you have to plus 9 on both sides of the equation. Plus 9, plus 9. So you're left with 7x on your left hand side. Right hand side, 12 plus 9 is 21. Then to find x, I divide by 7 on both sides of the equation. You get 3. So then you can look at question 4. Question for part A is 2x plus 1 over 4 minus 3x plus 2 over 3 equals to 2. So you see that there is two fractions on one side and a constant on the right hand side. So in this case, you cannot use cross multiplication because cross multiplication only applies for a single fraction on each side of the equation. Okay? So for you to use cross multiplication, you have to make the left hand side, combine the two fractions into a single fraction first before you can use cross multiplication here. Else, what you can do is you just multiply throughout the terms with a common lowest common denominator. Okay, so for 2, the denominator is 1. Okay, give this question a try. Okay, so what is the lowest common multiple of the denominators here? We have 4, 3, and 1 in the denominator. So we can multiply by the lowest common denominator, which is 12. So when you multiply, you make sure you multiply throughout the equation so that the equation is still balanced. 1 whole 1.5 is not correct. You can try again. So after multiplying with 12 throughout, so technically for the first term, I can divide 12 divided by 4, I get 3. Meaning I have to multiply by 3 to my first fraction numerator, minus divide by 3, divide by 3. So second part, I'll get 4, multiply by 4. And then 2 times 12, I get 24. Then from here, you can expand and then simplify. 3 times 2x, we have 6x, plus 3 times 1, we have 3. So for this part here, -4, you have to multiply into the 3x and the 2. So -4 times 3x is -12x, minus 4 times 2, so -8, equals to 24. From here, simplify first. So 12x, 6x minus 12x, we have -6x. 3 minus 8, we have -5 equals to 24. Plus 5 on both sides of the equation. So that I'm only left with unknown on my left-hand side. So -6x equals to 29. To find x, we divide by -6 on both sides. So x equals to 29 divided by -6. You have -29 over 6. Or you can also leave it in mixed numbers. So -4, 5 over 6. Yes, that's correct. So this is for part A. B, we have A plus 9 over 4 plus A plus 2 over 3 equals to 5. So same thing here. Because there's two fractions on the left-hand side, so we can use cross multiplication here. What you can do is you can multiply by the lowest common multiple of the denominator. What is the lowest common multiple of the denominator here? For 4 and 3, the lowest common multiple is 12. 3 whole 4 over 7. Yep, that's correct. Well done. So the lowest common multiple is 12, so I multiply by 12 throughout. Divide by 4, divide by 4, so that leaves me with multiplier of 3. Plus, divide by 3, divide by 3. And then 5 times 12, I get 60. So same thing, I expand first before I simplify. Multiply in the 3, so 3 times A, we have 3A plus 3 times 9, 27. Plus 4 times A, so 4A, plus 4 times 2 is 8, equals to 60. 3A plus 4A, we have 7A. 28 plus 8, 27 plus 8, we have 35, equals to 60. We can minus 35 on both sides, so that we are left with only unknown on the left-hand side. So we have 7A equals to 60 minus 35, we have 25. So to find A, we divide by 7 on both sides of the equation. 25 divided by 7. So when you leave in mixed numbers, it will be 3 whole, 4 out of 7. That's for part B. Anyone still need part B? Then move to one side so that we can move on to part C. Part C, the question is 5x plus 4 over 3 minus x plus 3 over 2 equals to 1. So for this part, this question, quite straightforward. The common lowest denominator is 6, so I multiply by 6 throughout. So divide by 3, divide by 3. So the multiplier is 2. So 5x plus 4 minus divide by 2, divide by 2. The multiplier is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. And then I multiply in. I have 2 times 5x. We have 10x. Times 2 times 4 is 8. Minus 3x. So take note here. Multiply in the whole thing. Negative 3 to x and 3. So negative 3x minus 9 equals to 6. Then we simplify the like terms. 10x minus 3x, we have 7x. 8 minus 9, negative 1, equals to 6. So that in order for me to have just the unknown on one side, I plus 1, plus 1. So I have 7x equals to 7. And then for us to find 7, I need to divide by 7 on both sides. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. And I'm done with part D. D, we have negative 2 over 4x plus 5 equals to 3 over 1 minus 2x. So there is single fraction on each side of the equation. We can use cross multiplication here. Actually, cross multiplication also comes from multiplying with the lowest common multiple or the denominators, because it just get cancelled off. So you are just multiplying with the denominator on the other side. When we cross multiply in this manner, we have negative 2 times 1 minus 2x equals to 3 times 4x plus 5. Are you done with this question? So when we expand, negative 2 times 1, negative 2, negative 2 times negative 2x, positive 4x, equals to 3 times 4x, we have 12x. 3 times 5, we have 15. Then we want constant on one side, unknown on one side. So what we can do is we minus 4x, minus 4x. We are only left with negative 2 here equals to 8x plus 15. We minus 15 on both sides so that we only have 8x here. Okay, so negative 2 minus 15, negative 17. We can flip it over and then find the answer. So we divide by 8 on both sides to find the unknown x. So we have negative 17 over 8. So x equals to negative 17 over 8, which is negative 2 whole 1 over 8. Well done. Okay. Part of the question, part E. Part E, we have 5 plus 4q over 2q minus 1 equals to 4. So technically, this one is also a single fraction of each side on each side of the equation, so you can also use cross multiplication here. Okay, we multiply with 1 means 1 times 5 plus 4q equals to 4 times 2q minus 1. Anyone done with this question? We have 5 plus 4q equals to, multiply in the 4, 4 times 2q, we have 8q minus 4. So we want unknown on each side of the equation, so minus 4q minus 4q. 5 equals to 4q minus 4, and then I plus 4 plus 4. So that I get 4q equals to 9. Q will be equals to 9 over 4, which is 2 whole and a quarter. Okay, we can take a short break here, for a toilet break, and then before we move on to question 5. You can also try question 5. So I here can try question 5 while we having the break. Have x over 3 plus x over 4 equals to 21. For now, we do not have Sec 4 A Math for our online classes, but we do have for physical classes. You can inquire through TikTok or any platform for the physical classes. Yeah, we have quite a lot of outlets around Singapore. For question 5A, so what we can do is we can multiply with the lowest common multiple of all the denominators because there is more than a single fraction on each side of the equation. So we multiply by 12 throughout. Divide by 3. So we have 4x divide by 4 divide by 4 plus 3x equals to 21 times 12. 21 times 12, we have 252. So simplify first. For x plus 3x, we have 7x equals to 252. So to find x, we divide by 7 on both sides. So x is 36. B x over 4 minus x minus 4 over 5 equals to 3. So same thing, the common denominators will be 20. So I multiply 20 throughout. Divide by 4, divide by 4, so I have 5x minus divide by 5, divide by 5. So 4, x minus 4 equals to 3 times 20, 60. Five x minus 4x times x, we have negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 4, positive 16 equals to 60. X minus 4x, we have x plus 16 equals to 60. So for us to find x, we have to minus 16 on both sides. So 60 minus 16, we have 44. C, 3x plus 2 over 3 minus x plus 3 over 2 equals to 4. See, the answer is not 1/3. We have to multiply with the common denominator throughout, which is 6. Divide by 3, divide by 3. Multiplier is 2. So 2 times 3x plus 2 minus 6 times x plus 3 equals to 4 times 6 is 24. So 2 times 3x, 6x plus 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 6x. Sorry, hold on. This one should be divide by 2 is 3. So here should be 3. So negative 3 times x, negative 3x, negative 3 times 3, negative 9 equals to 24. Okay, then we simplify from here. 6x minus 3x, we have 3x. 4 minus 9, so negative 5 equals to 24. Then we add 5 on both sides of the equation, so that we have unknown on one side. 3x equals to 24 plus 5, 29. X equals to divide by 3 on both sides. 29 over 3. Or you can also leave it as 9 whole 2 over 3. You're done, can move on to part D. So part D, x plus 3 over 3 minus x minus 2 over 2 equals to 5x over 4. So we have to find the lowest common multiple of the denominator and multiply by it. So LCM of 2, 4, and 3 will be 12. So I times 12 throughout. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So I have 4 times x plus 3 minus divide by 2, divide by 2. So it's 6 times x minus 2 equals to divide by 4 is 3 here. Okay, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 3 times 5x, 15x. Negative 1 whole 11 over 13 is not correct. I want to try again. 4 times x, 4x, plus 4 times 3 is 12. Then negative 6 times x, negative 6x, negative 6 times negative 2, positive 12 equals to 15x. Okay, then we simplify here. We have 4x minus 6x, so negative 2x. 12 plus 12, so 24 equals to 15x. Okay, so if we want unknown to be on one side, we can plus 2x on both sides of the equation. So we have 24 equals to 17x. And then with this, we can find x. We divide by 17 on both sides. This will give us 24 over 17. Or you can also leave it as 1 whole 7 over 17. LCM is lowest common multiple. So we have 3, 2, and 4. When we're talking about multiples, we write down the multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. Then 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and so on. 4 will be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so on. We write down its multiples, and then we want the common one, so we make sure the 3 have in common. So 12 is the lowest common multiple here. This one is actually taught in primary 4. Okay, so then can move on to question 6. Take a look at question 6 and try question 6. Me baked 2x cupcakes. Betty baked 4 more cupcakes than Amy. Carol baked half as many cupcakes as Betty. Write down an expression in terms of x, the number of cupcakes that Carol baked. For Betty, 4 more cupcakes than Amy. Amy is 2x. Betty will be 4 more than Amy, so 2x plus 4. Then Carol is half as many cupcakes as Betty. So half will be half of 2x plus 4, which is x plus 2. Now the total number of cupcakes the 3 girls given that the number of cupcakes the 3 girls made is 61, Find the number of cupcakes Betty baked. So firstly, we have to find the value of x here by forming an equation. The three of them, total for the three of them is 2x plus Betty is 2x plus 4 plus Carol is x plus 2. And all the three add up together to give us 61. So 2x plus 2x plus x, we have 5x here, plus 4 plus 2 is 6 equals to 61. Then we solve the equation, minus 6 on both sides of the equation, so we have 5x equals to 55. X will be equals to, divide by 5, divide by 5. So 55 divided by 5, we have 11. So make sure you don't stop here because the question is asking for Betty. So we have to substitute in x equals to 11 in the expression for Betty. Yep, 26 is correct. Well done. So for Betty will be 2 times 11 plus 4. So 22 plus 4, 26. Betty bakes 26 cupcakes. Okay. So next will be Sec 2 Math Revision at 7. I'll go to the washroom first before we move on to Sec 2 Live. So there'll be Kahoot for Sec 2 Math. So stay tuned. Be right back. Hello. Hello. Okay. So be moving on to Sec 2 math. There'll be a giveaway later for a Kahoot math. Okay. You can look at the questions and solve for question 1. So are done with question 1, can send in your answer via the chat for question 1. Ask you to solve, not just factorize. So you have to find the solution for x. The factorized form correct already, just that you have to solve for x. So when each factor is equals to 0, what should the value of x be? Okay, you can use the zero product principle here. So if x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals to 0, we have x. To factorize this, we look at the first and the third term. So the first term is x squared, so the factors can only be x times x. As for negative 6, it has to be a negative and a positive multiplied together that give you negative 6. And then what are the combinations of the factor of 6 that can give you negative 5? So it has to be negative 6 plus 1. Okay? So using the zero product principle here, x plus 1 equals to 0 or x minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so therefore x equals to negative 1 or x equals to 6. B, they ask you to simplify each of the following fraction. Part A, we have 13xy over 65x square y. Okay, you can simplify as much as possible. Whatever that can be cancelled, you can cancel them away. Good job. 1 over 5x. So numbers, we deal with numbers separately. So 13 and over 65, the simplest form will be 1 out of 5. It can be divided by 13, divided by 13. Then divide by x, divide by x, divide by y, divide by y. So what we are left with is 1 over 5 times x. That gives us 1 over 5x. B, p square minus 36 over p square minus 5p minus 6. Okay, so you see that there's nothing that you can cancel for this part here because you have to factorize first. So after you factorize, you can see that there's some factors in common whereby you can cancel them off to leave them in the simplest form. Okay, so do give part B a try. That's correct. So we factorize the numerator first. For numerators, you can see that it is difference of two squares. When you factorize, it will be p plus 6p minus 6. You square it to both the terms. For the denominator, you factorize. So p squared definitely comes from p times p. Then same thing, negative 6 will be 1 negative, 1 positive. So you want to take negative 6 plus 1 that gives you negative 5 in the middle term. Then we cancel the same factor. So we are left with p plus 6 over p plus 1. Okay, those are done. Move on to question 3. Question 3 is on making the subject of the formula. Okay, so whatever that is in the bracket, you want to leave it alone, and the rest will be on the right hand side. So you only want the subject to be on the left hand side, the rest will be on the right hand side. For part A, we want to make P the subject. Okay, so what you can do is you can always remove the denominator first by multiplying with the denominator so that no more denominator is in the equation anymore. As this is an equation, you can multiply throughout the equation. You can only not multiply when it's an expression. Okay, take note here, do not multiply the denominator to an expression because you change the value of the expression. But if it's an equation, if you multiply throughout, the equation still holds. So in this case, I multiply a throughout the equation. I have AQ equals to 5p minus 7a. So you can see here, I have no more denominator. It's a one-liner equation. Okay, and then since I want to make p the subject, I leave my 5p alone, meaning I plus 7a on both sides. In this way, I have 6aq plus 7a equals to 5p. So I can swap them around. 5p is aq plus 7a. P will be, I divide by 5 on both sides. I have aq plus 7a over 5. People who leave 5p over a on one side first also can. Then yours might not be a expanded version. So if you leave it in this manner, it's also correct. Okay, so either or. Okay. So then move on to part B. Part B, we want to make y the subject. You can see that there's 2y here. So we only want y on each side, on one side, okay? So the other side, we do not want to have any y. X over 3 equals to y over 1 minus 2y. So what we can do here, we cross multiply first, because it's single fraction on each side, and we want to remove the denominator. Okay, so we have x times 1 minus 2y equals to 3 times y, so 3y. Then we expand x minus 2xy equals to 3y. So before we can make y the subject, we have to put y to one side. So we can plus 2xy on both sides of the equation. X equals to 3y plus 2xy. Then we can factorize out the y. So we have 3 plus 2x equals to x. We also flip, okay? Flip to the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Then with this, after factorizing out the y, then you can find y alone by dividing by its factor. So x over 3 plus 2x. That's how you live in terms of y. Sorry, how you make y the subject. And shift to one side so that I can have space for part C. Part C, S equals to QR over 2Q minus R. So this S is also over 1, so I can cross multiply it. So I have S times 2Q minus R equals to QR. 2SQ minus 2RS equals to QR. So we can leave it in QS. Since we want to make Q the subject, we have to leave those with Q on one side of the equation. So 2qs minus qr equals to 2rs. We shift around. Okay, then we can factorize out the q so that we can find q. Sorry, there's no 2 here because s times r is only rs. So help me remove away the 2. Yeah, there's no 2. That's for part C. Part D, we have A equals to B times 2C plus A over C. And we want to make C the subject. Okay, so this A is out of 1. Cross multiply first. So we have AC equals to 1 times B times 2C plus A. Okay, then we can expand our brackets on the right hand side. So AC equals to 2BC plus AB. We want to make C the subject, so we leave whatever that has C in the terms to the left hand side. So we have AC minus 2BC equals to AB. Then the step is the same. Always factorize out the subject that you want. So we factorize out C. We have A minus 2B equals to AB. With this, we can find C using AB over A minus 2B. Also, then can try part E. You'll see part E. If not, write down part E. 1 over P minus 1 over Q equals to 1 over. So there is 3 fractions here. It's not a single fraction of each on each side of the equation. So you cannot cross multiply here. We want to make P the subject. Okay, I'll write it here so you can see. Make P the subject. Alright. What we do first is we multiply throughout with the common denominator, which is times PQR. And then we're left with QR minus PR equals to PQ. Okay. And if we want P to be the subject, we want P to be on one side of the equation. So PQ plus PR equals to QR. We factorize out P so that we can make P the subject later. And then we have Q plus R equals to QR. So P equals to QR over Q plus R. So then we can take a short break here before we continue. For the second half, we'll be doing question 4 and 5 as well as the Kahoot. Here we'll continue at around 7:30. Here you can take a look at question 4. Simplify each of the following. So simplify the two fractions here. Make it into a single fraction. That's right. So we have 3 over x plus 2 minus 2 over x plus 2, the whole thing squared. So the common denominator here will be x plus 2, the whole thing squared. So therefore, for the first term, we have to multiply with x plus 2. We simplify the numerator, so 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6 minus 2 over x plus 2, the whole thing squared. Okay, so we have, when we simplify, we have 3x plus 4 over x plus 2, the whole thing squared. B, over x squared minus x minus 2 minus 2 over 1 plus x. Here, I always try to factorize your denominator first so that you can see if there is any factors in common. So when we factorize the denominator, x will be x times x squared will be from x times x. Then we have 2 and 1. We want minus x in the middle term, so minus 2 plus 1 gives us negative x. 1 plus x is the same as x plus 1, so we can actually just change it. And then with that, our common denominator will be x minus 2 times x plus 1. So 5 minus 2 times x minus 2. 5 minus 2x plus 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is a positive number. Denominator still the same. And we simplify the numerator. So 5 plus 4 is 9. So 9 minus 2x over x minus 2, x plus 1. Hello. That's for part B. Part C, we have 3 over x squared plus 5x plus 6 minus 2 over 3 minus x. Same thing, we factorize the denominator first. So for us to identify the lowest common multiple of the denominator. This should be x and x. Since it's a plus, so all have to be plus. And then what plus what give us 5, which is a factor of 6. So 2 times 3 give us 6, and then 2 plus 3 give us 5. Okay. Oh, copy wrongly. This one should be minus. So this should be minus minus. Minus 2x minus 3x give us negative 5x. Then negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6. Okay, so you can see that these two are quite similar. So you can change it to become x minus 3. When you change it to become x minus 3, you factorize out a negative sign, and then negative times negative is positive. So that's why there is a change in sign here. So negative 1 times negative 1, that's positive. Okay, so with this, we can combine to have a common denominator of x minus 2, x minus 3. So 3 plus 2 whole times x minus 2. Then we expand 2 times x, 2x minus 2 times 2 is 4 over x minus 2, x minus 3. Then we can simplify the numerator. So 2x minus 1 over x minus 2, x minus 3. No, I didn't watch. Is it nice? Gonna. Let me make the word smaller first. I see. It's actually still screening. Part D, same thing. We factorize the denominator first. So for this denominator, you can see that it's difference of 2 squares. So we square root it for both the terms. So 6 and x. So it'll be 6 minus x, 6 plus x. Make sure that your 6 is in front and then your x is behind. Then this 2 is quite similar, just that one is we have to factorize out a negative 1 to make them to be the same. So Factorize our negative sign, then this would be x minus 6, and then 6 plus x. I can bring this negative 1 to my multiply with this term here, this sign here. Okay, so I'll get 3 over x minus 6 minus 2x over x minus 6, x plus 6. So for plus, there's no diff, so I can just change it. So the common denominator here will be x minus 6, x plus 6. So as such, my 3 needs to be multiplied with x plus 6. And now we can just expand and simplify the numerator. So 3x plus 18 minus 2x squared plus 12x over x minus 6, x plus 6. Sorry, what am I doing? This one you don't have to multiply with x plus 6. It's already that denominator. This is just minus 2x. Okay? So 3x minus 2x, we have x. Then 18 over our denominator of x minus 6, x plus 6. Question 5. Express each of the following as a single fraction in the simplest form. So we have 2 over t plus 3 plus 3 over 5t minus 2. So we have to make the denominator the same first before we can combine the numerator. So the common denominator will be t plus 3, 5t minus 2. So therefore your 2 has to multiply with 5t minus 2 plus 3 times t plus 3. Then we expand and simplify the numerator. So 2 times 5t, 10t, minus 2 times negative 2 is 4, plus 3 times t, 3t, plus 3 times 3 is 9. Over t plus 3, 5t minus 2. Then we simplify the numerator. So 10t plus 3t, we have 13t. Negative 4 plus 9, take note here, 9 minus 4, it's 5. Okay. B, we have 5 over 5r plus 3 minus 3 over 3r minus 1. Then we make the same denominator. Find the common denominator, so it will be 5r plus t times 3r minus 1. So 5 times 3r minus 1 minus 3 times 5r plus 3. It's a bit similar to cross multiplication, just that your denominator is multiplied together, because this is not an equation, it's an expression. So you can't just remove the denominator. If not, the expression will not be equal. Okay, then now we expand and simplify the numerator. So 5 times 3r, 15r, minus 5, minus 3 times 5r, so 15r, minus 9, over 5r plus 3, 3r minus 1. 15r minus 15r, we left with nothing. Then negative 5 minus 9, so negative 14. level are you in? Are you sec 1 or sec 2? Hmm? You're sec 2? Then which part you don't understand? Oh, hi, YS. You've been missing for quite long, I think. Actually, sec 2 math and sec 1 math, they are quite similar, just that it's a build up on sec 1 math. So if your sec 1 math is quite strong, then I think shouldn't be much issue for the algebra. Sec 2, there's a lot of algebra. It really comes with practice, especially for the factorizing. So we move on to the Kahoot.